Please, don't arrest me. I'll pay you. How much? Anything you want. I swear.
Well, I'm off to the east coast of Africa. Then home. What the heck is this?
The Keepers of Miscellaneous Objects are an international secret force of people who collect objects which they believe could be used for evil. On one of their searches, they stumbled across a fish toy belonging to North Carolina Wetfish that he had used as a weapon. The weapon was found at a crime scene left behind after the Battle of Estuary Enterprises Incorporated. After examining the fingerprints on the fish, they found out that the fingerprints belonged to a man named Emmanuel Isaiah, living in the small village of Ninga Hills in Burundi. Some people have been receiving coffee beans from there with some of Emmanuel's fingerprints on them. Lorekeeper Aminta contacted a detective in Burundi named Gum Shu and told him about her findings and urges him to track down and arrest Emmanuel Isaiah. Ninga Hills, Burundi, July 12th, 2025, day of the night. At his home in Ninga Hills, Emmanuel Isaiah, also known as North Carolina Wetfish, hears a bang on his door.
Open the door. Burundi National Police.
Shit! Emmanuel cusses as he begins to freak out. No, this can't be happening, Emmanuel thinks to himself. How did they find me? I cleaned off all my tracks, didn't I? I even moved to the most remote part of the country.
I said, open up!
The detective kicks the door down. Emmanuel hides behind a couch.
You left your stove on. I know you're in here. Now make this easy and turn yourself in. I don't want to have to hurt you. Then again, given the things you've done, I certainly wouldn't mind.
Emmanuel grabs his gun and fires at the detective. However, the bullet misses and hits the wall.
You've always been a terrible shot, Emmanuel.
The detective fires his gun at Emmanuel's hand, causing him to drop his gun and screech in pain.
Ah!
The detective then begins handcuffing him.
Thanks to your meddling, we're gonna have to add resisting arrest and second-degree attempted murder to the charges. How? How did you find me? None of your business, Emmanuel. Now get in the car.
Emmanuel is taken into a police car outside as it drives off through the dirt road. Bertna was interviewed as part of Emmanuel's investigation. Yes, that fish toy, Bertna tells the interviewers. I saw Emmanuel wield it as he attacked us. He had another person with him too. Orchid Everbotanical, a vampire working for him. That stuff he put in the city's water supply, that xenomorphic acid, it somehow turns people into vampires. Surely you remember all that.
Yes, we apologize that it took us so long to track the man down. He paid off almost every person that tried to arrest him.
That's no excuse. I can't believe so many of you would take bribes from that scumbag. When being interrogated, North Carolina Wetfish states, all he wanted was for this country to have a decent water supply.
Even after you attacked her, Bertna certainly helped with that, didn't she?
Yeah, but I don't feel like it'll ever be enough. I want Burundi to become a first world country. I don't want this place to remain poor.
And yet you attempted a coup of the US government to do so? It seems like you were just hungry for power.
Of course I was hungry for power. How else can I do such a thing as make Burundi a first world country all on my own?
You say all on your own, but you had accomplices, did you not? Vampires whom you controlled with the threat of terminating their life systems using the xenomorphic acid controller. You didn't want to admit that to Bertna, so you just said you paid them off. What a cruel person you are, Emmanuel.
Cruelty is sometimes necessary in this society.
Dang, you're starting to sound like the Joker. Oh, shut up. But about this xenomorphic acid, where exactly did you get that? You had a supplier, did you not?
Perhaps. Stay tuned for the next LK13 short film.